Hey everyone, it's Reed here, and I got a video that I hope will make it up before the end of the day. It's been a real busy day for me. I was working on taxes. Aren't they fun? Usually I get a CPA to do these for me, but this year they were overbooked. I didn't get them in time, so off to TurboTax I went. And I forgot how annoying doing my taxes is. Oh my gosh, I hate dealing with these darn things. For all of you who don't live in the US, oh boy, you are missing out on a ton of amazing fun. I mean, tons and tons of fun. You should all get to experience the joy Americans have to deal with taxes every year. Ugh. Actually, it's funny, it's a lot of people I've met that have immigrated into America and stuff, and then I ask them, so, what'd you think of filing your taxes for the first time? I remember the funniest one was my Japanese language professor. So I asked him, hey, so what'd you think about taxes? And he just went nuts. He was like, why on earth do Americans have to put up with this horrible system? It's an abomination. It is so bad. What in the heck is wrong with you people? Yeah, it was, we completely lost the lecture for that day and got the full-on rant of what is wrong with America and our taxes. It was actually really funny. And it's funny is I used to do taxes myself, get the forms, fill them out and all that stuff when I was young. And taxes were simple. And then I opened a Roth IRA account, started investing, putting some stuff. And I bought a company, some stock in a company called Suburban Propane Partners. Now a Roth IRA is you put money in that's after tax, and then all the money that you earn or lose inside that account. So if it gains or losses, you can't claim it on your taxes. That money is inside there. So if later you make a lot of profit and you pull it back out, you don't have to pay taxes on it again. That's the idea. However, I didn't realize when I bought Suburban Propane Partners that it was a limited liability partnership. So I got a Schedule K1 in the mail for my share of the profits and loss for the year. How the heck do you file a Schedule K1 that's inside a Roth IRA on my taxes? It drove me very quickly to go find a person who dealt with this stuff all the time, because I was like, I got nothing. And it's amazing if you ask the people at the IRS and the other stuff, hey, so what do you need to fill in? How does this work and all that? They're like, we cannot offer you any professional advice. Great, thanks. Anyways, that was, the fun of taxes. So thankfully I've got them filed. Just got to write the checks to make my payments for it. I usually owe money every year. Oh well, just as life, but that's how it is. Anyways, back to the point, got a couple channel things for you guys. I actually set up a social media account. It's making me sick feel about it. I hate social media. I cannot tell you how much I hate social media. Try to avoid it like the plague. But I figured the channel could use a social media account so people could do stuff, something like that. And because I hate Facebook and their monopoly so much, I use one called Minds, minds.com. The link will appear here between my hands somehow when I go edit it and post. If you want to go check it out, feel free. There's not much there. I'm probably going to have Lee manage the darn thing and deal with it because, like I said, I detest it at the absolute extreme, social media. No Twitter. No anything. The only thing I usually messed with was YouTube because at least there were real people there. And that's where I am. Now the other thing is there is also BitChute. I've been uploading everything onto BitChute as a secondary. So if you guys go hunt around, you can find me on BitChute. Take a look. Not everything's uploaded. I haven't got all the back catalog, but all the new stuff gets up there, which is very helpful. So that's what I've been doing on that. And let's see what else. Oh yes, one of the other amazing things. I actually set up an email address for the channel. I know. I've been saying I was going to do that for a while for some of the people in the comments, but I finally got around to doing it. So the email address is here. So if you want to send me an email, ask questions, want a better understanding of some things, feel free to do that. I will try to be pretty proactive about getting back right away. We'll see how much email volume builds. Hopefully not a ton, because I have enough trouble with my own inboxes already. In fact, one of my inboxes has over 200,000 unread, and it's a work account that I use, and trust me, you won't believe how many emails I get stuck at my work account. I had to write filters just to find the other people at my office because I got so many emails. And yes, there's very little I can do with it because some of them are so important and they need them for logging purposes anyways. It's just, don't ask. We'll just leave it there. Don't ask. It's insane. But anyways, so that's what's going on there. So like that. I've got a ton more solar and gardening videos coming out. I hope you guys all like them. We're going to cover a lot of solar topics really in depth now, especially since the weather is better. I can be outside and enjoy it and not be out there just freezing with the wind just blowing on me. I don't exactly like the cold. And let me tell you, the cold and my asthma, we don't get along. We don't get along at all. I need to do like a mask, be like Bane. This is how we do. Something silly. Because what I've been thinking for a while, I should have like a tube system that wraps around my chest inside a jacket or something like that, that preheats the air really, really well, so that when I breathe it in, you know, it's nice, warm, dry air, and it'll keep my asthma happy. That's one of the reasons why I live out here in the desert, is because the dry air is really, really helpful for my asthma. When I live in humid locations, to say I visit the hospital a few times is to put it mildly. I need to be where it's dry. Very important. Very, very important to me. It's one of the reasons why I'm actually out here. Now we're segueing into the topic of this video. Reed, what the heck's the plan, man? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you about some of my prepping plans here and stuff like that. I started YouTube for two main reasons. One, I wanted to put out a lot of knowledge, interesting things and stuff like that. And I'm going to start digging into the advanced prepper topics, and we're going to look at, you know, building some technologies. The first one I got is a little kit I'm putting together. Well, it's some PVC pipes and some electrodes. I'm going to show you guys how to make bleach from salt water. I know Canadian Prepper had a video about that, but the kit he had is like $350. And I was like, are you kidding me? All it is electrolysis of salt water. This isn't that hard. So I was putting one together, and I was like, I did this like, I don't know, like when I was 10 or 11. Experiments for science class showed how to split water with electrolysis, and salt water, you can use it to make bleach or chlorine gas and lye, you know, sodium hydroxide, but that's a different setup. It depends on how the reactor is set up, so to speak. So you don't have to worry about stockpiling pool shock and everything like that. All you need is some salt water, electricity, you can split it, and poof, you've got bleach to disinfect your water. Make it sanitary. Sounds like a good thing. And it won't cost you a freaking arm and a leg. You know, we're talking like, I think $25 in materials or whatever. And I was being a little overprotective anyways when I was doing it. But I'm going to show that off soon. I hope to build that this weekend and do that. Just the project videos, they take a bit of time in post because the editing gets a little weird. And I haven't completely figured out how to get that going exactly right. I'm still learning, guys. This stuff is different. I'm usually a high-tech geek, you know, with my soldering iron, playing with stuff all day, writing code. But a lot of this video editing, artsy stuff, foreign? That's a good way to put it. But back to the other topic. So that was the first reason. I wanted to share, post messages, all this stuff. And Praxis Prepper, him and I have been pretty good friends. We chat and talk with each other all the time and stuff. And he really inspired me to just really get out there and do it. I was like, okay, you know, might as well. And I thought I could offer an interesting perspective. So that was it. Reason number two. Well, you've heard me say, you know, you can define your own family, build family and all that. Well, the other thing is, I need more people. See, I have a goal. I want to build an area and have about around 50 to 80 people in this area together where we're all of like-minded around preparedness. And so when things go crazy, we can readily form a community and be a stabilizing force in the area to sort of direct and rebuild things. That's my other thing. But as I've discovered, the number of people out there who are interested in this, I'm not reaching enough. You know, we're sort of a small percentage of the population. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. People have completely forgot that prepping is important, that putting stuff away for hard times, getting ready for the winter, and everything else, they completely forgot about that. Everyone's sold on the idea that utopia is coming and the future will always be bright and perfect and better and better and better. Okay, so I'm a pessimist. I just don't see it that way. But if you're watching this channel, you might also be seeing it that way. But the idea is, you know, I'm hoping that I'm going to find people out there and we're going to connect together and stuff like that, and we can form up and explore this together and put together community. Now, in terms of that, I'm looking to buy a whole pile of land, around 80 to 100 acres, around that number. I'd go as low as 50 to 60 something. Just have to alter my plans and then see about buying the adjacent lots later. I was working on getting some land, but the deal completely fell apart at the end. It's just mind-bogglingly weird how sometimes people do that. I was dealing with this older person. They had this land and all that stuff, and they were interested in selling all that. Well, they got real sick, actually very, very sick, and the kids stepped in. And the kids said, "Oh, yeah, land? Oh, yeah." And dollar signs flashed in their eyes, and suddenly land that the county assesses and values at, at $20,000 for the whole lot of it, and it only charges, $200 in property tax because there's nothing there. There's no utilities, there's no water. I got to put a well in. I'd have to get, since it's going to be off grid, I'm not worried about some of the other things, but you need a septic system or something else to deal with all this stuff. There's nothing there. And that's why it's valued so little. And the other houses out there are already way off. There's just nothing there. No natural gas. You got nothing. It's just land, right? Well, kids come in and go, "Oh, yeah. Even though it's rocky, hard, desert land and all that stuff, yeah, we want $6,000 an acre." Are you freaking kidding me? $6,000 an acre for land? So you're saying you want, $300,000 plus for a chunk of land that is valued at $20,000. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. And it's funny, as I've been watching the listing, it's come down a bit, but it hasn't moved enough. They're still talking, "Oh yeah, we want $160,000 for it now." Okay, you can just let it sit there. I was the only one asking about it. Apparently the signs have been up around it for years, I was told by some of the other neighbors. But there you go. Crazy things. It's amazing how greed takes over. What I'm after is buying a chunk of land, like I said, 80, maybe as low as 50 acres, something like that. Hopefully around 100 acres. Get a chunk of land. Find like-minded people. I'm not really concerned about some of the other people you see on YouTube or talking about stuff like that. "Oh, we need tribes, we need this, our community and stuff like that. I'm looking for married couples, and I don't want any divorcees, and I want people, children, and I want this and I want that." I'm just looking for good people. That's what I'm after, is good people to form together and get this together. But I'll be making a lot of videos about what I want to get feedback from people, and hopefully it will materialize. It's just going to take a lot of work. The idea is to, go down there, get wells established, get a bunch of trees going for orchards, fruit trees, other edibles growing, other things like that. Have a big old solar electric system going, have the septic and sewer systems well established, and other things necessary to coalesce around the area and attract people and bring them in. That's what I'm after. And like I said, good people that have a mind for preparedness. I'm not chasing after, religious things or other stuff like that, just good people. Because I'm more interested in, you never know what the people are you need to survive with. You never know what the doctor or the dentist or the surgeon or the electrical engineer or the computer scientist. And yes, even after giant EMP, computer scientists are very valuable because a lot of them, like me included, have a huge math background. And math is very important in building. And then, of course, we need all our plumbers, our electricians, our carpenters, all sorts of stuff. And I learned a lot when I was a kid because I did a lot of construction with my father. But that's another story for another time. Anyways, I've totally rambled on here and stuff, but that's what I've got. That's my plan. I want get land, get necessary infrastructure established, put on there, stuff like that, attract good people, find good people, and set up. And I'm watching things going on. I'm generally focused on the desert area because, like I said, it suits well for me. And the other reason why I like the desert a great deal is it's harsh. It is harsh land. If everything goes to crap and people are going fleeing the cities, out looking for food, supplies, and all that other stuff, one of the few places they're going to say is, let's go across the desert. There's no water out there. And if we break down, we're going to die a horrible, hideous death. But let's go out there. There's got to be supplies. Few people are going to make that darn choice. Not really. When people think, "Oh, let's head for the hills, find all the food and stuff like that," they're thinking other places. And another one that you see advertised all the time is the Ozarks. I honestly think they're going to be surprised at how many people are going to flood it in over there, especially if people still have their cars and they've got full tanks of gas to go places. The number of people I think suddenly appearing is going to be surprising to them. Or other places where they consider it, lush and full of resources. Here, I'm more interested in making a desert oasis surrounded by harsh land that's a discouragement from everyone else coming out here. That's sort of my plan there. But, I'm watching how things are developing to make certain it's going to work. Like I said, I can't be completely wedded on something because situations are always fluid and dynamic. So I have backup plans. Always going to have backup plans. And then, the people that come, work with me and all that stuff, they'll be part of the backup plans. Part of family. That's how it works. Anyways, rambled on here like crazy. Got to get this posted before the day ends, at least I'm hoping. So everyone can see this and go, Reed, you're absolutely out of your darn mind. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Hope you got your taxes filed. And this is Reed, out for now.